Just wanted to talk, that's all.
Yo, what up? How you guys doing? How you guys handling a tough weekend? I have been grumpy all day. I'm not going to lie to you. I've been grumpy. I've been in a foul mood. And that's not uncommon when the Yankees are playing bad, but it's especially worse when they're playing bad in the playoffs. But it's not unlike I felt after 2 games in the 2017 American League Division Series. There is a song by Mike and the Mechanics, a cheesy 80s song. It's called All I Need Is a Miracle. And that's exactly what the Yankees need. Now, some people might say, well, I don't believe in miracles, right? But that song has been running through my head for the last 24 hours or so because not only do the Yankees need to pull off an unbelievable task of winning 3 straight games after falling down 2-0, they got to do it against a team that clearly owns them in Toronto and is feeling very, very confident. You just have to hope that the spigot of runs dries up for the Jays, right? I mean, teams don't average 10, 12 runs a game. I mean, it goes up and down. You just hope that it kind of evens out and that the Yankees get some really good pitching in Game 3 from Carlos Rodon and hopefully in Game 4 from Cam Schlittler. And then in Game 5, anything happens. You never know. That's the beauty of baseball and of sports in general. Back in 2017, when the Yankees made their comeback, a huge part of it was 7 shutout innings by Masahiro Tanaka. And that's where he first started to get his reputation as being lights out in the playoffs. And Judge took away a home run in that game. Greg Bird hit one of the most electric home runs I've ever seen in my life. I still think about that, and I still watch that home run all the time when I'm going through my Yankees highlights binge. If the Yankees win tomorrow, and if they win Game 4, there's probably going to be 1 or 2 of those moments. Who's it going to be? Who's it going to be? Rodon has not pitched well against the Blue Jays this year. Not even a little bit. We need him to reverse course. We need him to reach deep and give the Yankees everything he's got. To put this quite simply, he needs to deliver the performance of his life tomorrow, or the season is probably over. There's a lot of talk about Max Fried and living up to his contract. We got a couple of comments here that I agree with. X-Rated says, why wasn't he using his curveball? I thought that was strange too. Maybe he just didn't have a feel for it. Maybe he didn't feel confident in it. Maybe he felt like he was tipping it. But, he got a massive contract and he didn't perform yesterday. He performed against Boston. They lost the game, but he performed well. Carlos Rodon has had some up and down moments with the Yankees for sure. He's also paid pretty well. Now's a chance for him to really earn that paycheck tomorrow. Anyway, a member of that 2017 team that came back from 0-2 is going to be on the show tomorrow for the postgame. Mr. Eric Kratz will be joining us for the postgame show, so tune in for that, win or lose. And maybe we'll have Frankie Baseball on before the game if he's available to do the pregame show. Aaron Judge catching a lot of flack because of his big strikeout with the bases loaded. I mentioned that his numbers are kind of hollow, and I believe they are, and I stand by that. We're going to need a big moment from Aaron Judge. Full stop. We need him to step it the hell up with runners on base. And one, we got to keep getting guys on base in front of him. But also, it's not going to matter if we keep giving up 10-plus runs a game, okay? It's very difficult to win when you allow 23 runs in 2 games. It's very difficult. But if you get a decent outing tomorrow from Rodon, the offense has got to do its thing. And that begins with Aaron Judge, whose legacy now is somebody who kills it in the regular season and just kind of folds when there's the big, bright moments in the postseason. Now, he has hit over 400. He's gotten hits, but I thought Joel Sherman was correct when he compared it to Luis Arraez rather than All Rise. It's a lot of singles in situations where a single doesn't really help you. We need that big 3-run jack, 2-run jack in the first inning, a big, grand slam in the 6th, just to break the game open. That's what we need. We need a stress-free win tomorrow, and we need Judge to catch fire and put that in the minds of the Jays, and put it in his mind, quite frankly. Get his confidence going. Confidence is such a big part of this game. and he has got to turn it on. Now, maybe he's not built out of championship stuff. We said that last year. Maybe that's just the case. Maybe he's one of these guys who's built for the regular season. But if we have any chance at all, any hope at all of winning the World Series, we need Judge to step up. Jack Mazak says 2017 New York is not like that team. Who knows? Who knows? You're not in the clubhouse. You don't know. Let's find out. Let's find out what they've got. I don't think we can make that judgment yet. We'll see. It doesn't help that our best pitcher didn't throw his best pitch yesterday, as X-Rated pointed out. I watched some coverage of Derek Jeter evaluating the series, and he seemed pissed off. We have got to find a way to get that guy back around the team more regularly. You know, maybe it'll rub off. He's a champion. Maybe it will rub off on the other guys, if he has any interest in doing it. Maybe he doesn't. You know, you would think as a lifelong Yankee fan, a Yankee icon, that he would want to be involved in baseball. I think A-Rod does want to be, but the team doesn't want him. Jeter the other way around. And, you know, we had a call a couple of months ago. I forget who it was. But they were very critical of Brian Cashman. And I talk about this all the time. He has ruined a lot of the Yankees' relationships with the players of the past, including Derek Jeter. Brett Gardner. Where the hell is Brett Gardner these days? Don Mattingly. All of these guys avoid the Yankees. And we've ended up with a bunch of Ivy League grads in the, analytics department, but no champions. Very few champions involved with this team. And that's how you end up in this perpetual launch angle cycle that leads to record numbers of strikeouts every season. And as you see, every postseason. Bronx Kid says, this is the most talented team we've had in years. I agree. This is a great team. The bullpen sucks. The bullpen is trash. But we've got a consistent offense most of the year. We got young guys with power. We got speed. We're playing good defense right now. And we got good starting pitching most of the time. Yesterday and the day before notwithstanding. And Cam Slittler is one of the most electric young arms we've had in years. But I don't see a lot of winners on this team. I don't see a lot of guys with that killer instinct. Schlittler has it. That dude oozes it. I think Rodon, when he first got here, was the antithesis of a winner. But he's transformed himself mentally, physically, and as a pitcher. And we're going to find out tomorrow what that cat is made of. We're going to find out real soon what Carlos Rodon is made of. Then you still got to find a way to win Game 4 and Game 5. I think Cam will pitch well in Game 4 if you get there. Game 5, back in Toronto, not feeling great about it. Let's take some voicemails.
It's just a reaction.
Here's John.
Hello, Derek. John from California here. If the Yankees start Rodon Tuesday night, they're going to lose. They got to let Schlittler do the job, and then Rodon figure out how to do it Wednesday. Take care. Enjoy your show.
No, they want to keep guys on their regular rhythm. You don't want to alter guys' rhythm as a starting pitcher. And, 8 innings from Schlittler, you don't want to start bringing him back on short rest. And those are 8 high stress. I know it didn't look stressful, but believe me, it was.
Hey, Derek, it's Philip. And I just want to call and say, I know a lot of people on social media is criticizing Boone for the way he managed the playoff series so far against Toronto. But honestly, it's up to the players. As much as we criticize Boone for his decision-making, bullpen management, at the end of the day, so far it's up to the players. The players did not perform. Game 1 was a joke. Game 2, a late rally against B-tier bullpen pitching from Toronto. And, just Max Fried getting paid $200+ million, getting outpitched by a rookie. With a contract that size, minimum 6 innings. And, Judge is having a decent playoff series so far, but we're still waiting for that big hit, that signature moment. Stanton, as much as we love October Stanton, you know, he hasn't been showing up lately. But that could be said for the whole team, besides Volpe.
Stanton has been hitting the ball hard. His problem has been launch angle. He's been hitting the ball on the ground, and that's not what Stanton is supposed to do. We want Stanton to have that high launch angle. You know? We want Stanton to hit the ball in the air hard, and because it's usually a home run. Now, we had a comment here that Schlittler has an 8+ ERA against the Jays. Now, I want to weigh in on that. One, the second time he pitched in the major leagues was against the Jays. His second career start, he went into the 5th inning, or he pitched into the 6th and got taken out. 5 innings, 7 hits, 2 runs, 3 walks, 3 strikeouts. And that was before he had the weapons that he has now. He wasn't throwing the breaking ball really at all. His second time was in Toronto, where I'm sure they got something going on. I know that there's been a lot of talk about, oh, we shouldn't say that. Fuck that. They got something going on. I don't know what it is yet, but they got fucking something going on up there. And he gave up 5 hits and 4 runs in 1 2/3 innings. Let's see what it looks like. I'll take my chances with Schlittler in Game 4. 100%.
Hey, what's up there? Ryan calling from Long Island. Couple points I want to make. It's Monday. I'm driving to work. Just watched your show, as always. First, the only thing that let me sleep last night was remembering October. I think it was October 9th, 2017. We go down 2-0 against Cleveland, come back and win the series. That's the only thing that put me to bed last night. I couldn't sleep. I was tossing and turning. Today sucks. The second point, I thought you just find this funny. I'm in a group chat with a bunch of guys, just for the camaraderie of the games. Someone said, we've now accomplished everything in this chat since the inception. 2021 wild card loss. 2022 ALCS lost. 2023 missed the playoffs entirely. 2024 World Series loss. 2025 ALDS loss. I hope that's not going to be true, but we shall see. We'll see you tomorrow night. Let's go, Yanks.
Yeah, I mean, miracles happen in the postseason all the time. That Greg Bird home run in the ALDS was just magical. It was magical, you know? Other teams have had moments like that too. The Yankees need that moment. And I think if it comes from Aaron Judge, I think that changes everything. Here's a call about Judge.
Yes, I'd like to agree with you what you said about Judge and his stats. They're soft. That's how John Carlos Stanton built up his great postseason stats. That's all they are stats. They're either tack on or we're getting our butts kicked all the time. He had
all right, so first of all, bringing up Stanton and saying Stanton's stats are soft is fucking stupid. That's one of the dumbest takes I have ever seen, ever heard.
He must be the stupidest son of a bitch alive.
Stanton carried us to the World Series last year. He was ALCS MVP. He hit enormous home run after enormous home run. Stanton was a god last year. And I don't think you're giving him enough credit.
Hey, what's up, man? I'm just still mulling over this game, and one thing that really, really was frustrating me and just really confusing me as I'm watching the game, the approach at the plate, I'm just so baffled by it. I looked back on the at-bats, like I used the app that shows you the strike zone, pitches called, whatever. 6 guys in those first 5 1/3, 2 1/3 inning, whatever, when you step into position. 6 guys watched a 94, 95 mile per hour fastball down middle of the plate, just watched it, called strike. And then the next pitcher swinging at splitters in the dirt. So maybe the approach was we're not going to swing at fastballs today like we did against Gausman, and we're just going to sit on a splitter. But then everyone's sitting on splitters and swinging in the dirt, so I just don't get it. How does it make any sense in a splitter fastball pitcher that we're watching fastball 94 meatball fastballs go down the middle of the plate?
I love that call because I was thinking the same thing. I even tweeted about it. The first pitch of the inning, like 2 innings in a row, was 94 or 95 right down the pipe, and the Yankees took it. And, you know, you got to hit that pitch if they give it to you. The Jays certainly were. You've got to be more aggressive in the zone and less aggressive out of the zone Here's Patrick.
Hello, this is Patrick. I've been a Yankee fan since around 2003 when I was 11. I just want to say, I think the lineup should be Cody Bellinger leading off, then Aaron Judge, then Giancarlo Stanton, regardless of whether we're facing a lefty or a righty or a lefty. I just think that'd be very effective. Let me know what you think. I apologize for all the stammering, by the way.
It's okay. There's a lot of people who like to put the top 3 hitters 1, 2, 3 in the order. You know, the way that Trent Grisham has been playing this postseason, I'm open to ideas. I'm open to suggestions. It's win or go home. So I don't hate it. I don't hate it. Get these guys as many at bats as possible. Here's Brandon.
Hey, Derek, this is Brandon. Been watching for a while. First time calling in. Love your takes and what you do. Appreciate it. I think best we can hope for is maybe a quality start out of Rodon tomorrow night. But the offense has to get going. They haven't really done anything the entirety of the postseason. If you really look, the Sox threw the ball around, booted it in the field. Yankees haven't gotten it done with bases loaded, nobody out. Rough at bat from Judge. It's just been tough to watch. Hopefully they'll turn everything around, hitting, pitching, and keep the season going. If not, get them next year kind of thing. And looking forward to the off-season shows. Thanks.
I appreciate the call. I agree with the audience that say we got to get more than 6 from Carlos Rodon. Give us 6 2/3. Give us 7. I want 7 shutty like Masahiro Tanaka did that one time in Game 3. That's what we need. Here's Brian.
What's going on, Derek? So after a little bit of reflection there, after those opening 2 games, getting blown out both games, the only bit of reprieve I can try to come up with in my head here is that if the Yankees can somehow get out to a lead with Rodon versus Bieber here coming up in Game 3, if they can get out to a lead, it seems that the Blue Jays don't have a starter lined up for Game 4. So they're going to probably do a bullpen game and probably try to keep their main arms ready for that game if we can jump out to a lead in this Rodon game, which makes Rodon a really, really, obviously it's win or go home, but an even more pivotal, I can't even say it.
Easy for you to say, Brian.
Game than it should be. So let's see what happens here. If he wins that and then we come up against a bullpen game, you never really know. And one game take all, anything can really happen, even though we've got our jocks kicked in all year long in Toronto. You still never know what one game can produce. That's the hope. One at a time. Let's go.
I agree with you. All right, we got a couple of voicemails that just called in. I haven't listened to them yet, so here we go.
Hey there, just calling in. I heard you accusing the Jays of cheating on air. Pretty wild, but, I mean, obviously you wouldn't say that if you didn't think there was something or if you didn't see something.
I'm saying something suspicious. I'm not accusing them of cheating. I think something suspicious is happening. Their numbers are skewed, right? And they looked way too freaking comfortable against our guys. Way too comfortable. Something's up, I think.
Hi, this is Ben, all the way from London, Ontario, Canada. Obviously a Blue Jays fan, but I gotta tell you, I'm not counting my chickens until the series is over. It's the Yankees. I got a lot of respect for New York. Actually, I'm from Venezuela, and the Yankees used to be my favorite team when they had Jeter and that amazing 90s run, and even in the early 2000s. So I got a lot of respect for the Yankees, obviously, because I moved to Canada. I got the Blue Jays as my team now, but again, I'm not counting the Yankees out now.
All right, so first things first. You can't be switching teams like that, my guy. Come back to the dark side. Let's go. Come on. Here's Ryan.
Hey, Derek, it's Ryan. Been watching a long time. This is my first time calling in. Got to say, these first 2 games have been very depressing, and it absolutely sickens me that Buck Martinez is grinning somewhere. I want to wipe that smile off his face so bad.
Me too, man. Oh.
I've been a fan a long time, and I've seen a lot of playoff baseball, and I've seen teams get off to hot starts, look totally unbeatable, and then suddenly they go flat. And I'm hoping that's what's going to happen. Just look at the Yankees' history. You got the 2017 series against Cleveland. You got 2001 against the A's. And I hate to go back to even the 1996 World Series, but for 5 games, the Braves looked like the best team in the history of baseball. 3 against the Cardinals and the first 2 games against the Yankees.
Yes.
And then they looked totally lost after that. But for that to happen, the guy's got to start hitting. We need a good outing from Rodon, and if we could take Game 3, then suddenly things change a little bit and things look a little bit different. Let's just hope for the best. Love your show. Thanks.
Appreciate the call. Yeah, that's a great point. The go back and look at the stats. I don't have them off the top of my head, but the Cardinals absolutely got destroyed by the Braves in that NLCS of 96. Then they beat the Yankees 12-1 in Game 1 of the World Series, and then Maddox tosses a gem. They win 4-0. Then the Yankees won 3 in a row on the road and finished it off with a 4th straight. It can happen. Baseball is a game where anything can happen. We got a couple of more voicemails, but first I got to get to DraftKings, so be back in 60 seconds. Pressure is on, the lights are brighter, and with DraftKings Sportsbook, you're right there in the middle of every moonshot moment. DraftKings Sportsbook delivers the intensity of October with player props, live in-game betting, and odds that can change as fast as a ball flying over the fence. New customers bet just $5, and if your bet wins, you'll get paid out $200 in bonus bets instantly. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use the code FOUL. That's code FOUL to turn $5 into $200 in bonus bets if your bet wins. In partnership with DraftKings, the crown is yours.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort in Kansas, fees may apply in Illinois. 21 and over. Age and eligibility varies by jurisdiction. Void in Ontario. Bet must win to receive reward. Minimum minus 500 odds required. Bonus bets expire 7 days after issuance. For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, see dkng.co/audio.
Now, there's a good pitching matchup here going on right now, as NY Sports Empire points out. You got Phillies versus Dodgers. And right now, Snell is throwing a no-hitter in the 5th inning. And Snell has thrown a couple of no-hitters. And Luzardo pitching great for the Phillies, 5 innings of 1-hit ball. I really want the Phillies to knock out the Dodgers. Really, really bad. And Dodgers came back and won Game 1, so not feeling strong about that. And then later on tonight, Cubs take on the Brewers. You got Imanaga versus Aaron Ashby. So that'll be another good game. All right, here's Josh.
Hey, Derek. This is Josh from Hartford. Man, those 2 games are rough. I wasn't even watching either game. I was shocked when I saw the score, especially yesterday. But it is what it is. And I'm the only one that is feeling like we have a shot still. Maybe I'm just fooling myself from being depressed, but I think we still have a shot. Carlos Rodon and Schlittler are 2 great starters. I think we can beat Bieber. I think the Blue Jays are doing a bullpen game in Game 4. This kind of reminds me of 2017, ALDS. Lose the first 2 games on the road, come back to the stadium, win them, and then win Game 5 on the road. I think you do it. Give Max Fried a shot. I don't think he'll suck in 2 straight games. Maybe I'm wrong. I think there's still a pathway. Let's go Yankees.
Let's hope so. We'll see. Last call.
Yeah, Derek, Steve from Maine. I made a boo-boo in the last call. Grisham has struck out 11 times in the last 23 at-bats. Not the last 20 games. Get him out of the leadoff spot.
Agree. He can't be the leadoff guy. I mean, he's been ice cold for a while now. Time to get him going. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I will see you tomorrow for the pregame show. Call in. We're probably going to have Frankie Baseball. Frankie, if you're watching, let me know. And then Eric Kratz for the postgame show, and hopefully not the final postgame show of the year. We'll see you next time. If you enjoyed this content, please hit that like button and subscribe. Check out NYYDesigns.shop for some great merch. Support our sponsors. It helps keep the show going. And you can find us on all major audio platforms, so be sure to subscribe there too. But most importantly, come back again soon. We'll see you next time.